great to see you back in Dubai. You know, it's a beautiful weather. You know, great standing here on Marina, Dubai Marina. It's a beautiful place.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, I mean, they say that Dubai right now it's a capital of Web3 and blockchain technologies, and it's a lot of seminars and forums. And you've been coming here, I think, many times for the past 6 months. So what do you think about this whole vibe in Dubai right now?
Definitely, it's a mecca, and it's a new hub, and among other hubs as well. I definitely like it. Really enjoy the ambience and the vibe. The whole thing. I just love it.
Okay, that's great. What do you think about all this, projects now moving from Eastern Europe, specifically from Russia? A lot of startups are coming here to Dubai, setting up the headquarters here.
Well, I would say it's like a safe haven here, and they can do a lot of things, and also because of the regulatory authority and allows more compliances, and they can do give them more freedom and all that. So what I'm trying to say here, it's modern technology, and it's a hub for modern technology, and also people can create a lot of things because of weather. The weather is very nice. You don't have to do coding in the cold weather,
sure, yeah.
In the freezing temperature. Well, unless they turn on the heater.
Yeah, that helps. Okay, I understand. Yeah, that's definitely great. I mean, I have the same feeling that I've met a lot of people from Europe, from Russia here. They moving their companies here, setting up headquarters here in Dubai. I think definitely a great place in terms of I guess overall investment and regulatory standpoints, definitely. So I guess given your experience, being in the blockchain world and crypto exchange world for about what is it, 5 years now?
Yeah, 5, 6.
5, 6 years. So you've been I think you've seen all the cycles up and down. So what do you think on a given cycle? Like everybody's saying, it's crypto winter. It's all doom and gloom. What is your take on it?
I would say right now crypto is not a winner. Maybe we'll think a little bit further. I cannot predict, I cannot foresee any, but definitely I think crypto will have a big jump in the next few years. And because crypto has been evolving so quickly, and every half year there will be new technology comes out and really pump the the entire volume of the crypto volume to another level, and it will cleansing out all the old whatever the bubble kind of tokens and all that, and that's why back to your previous question, a lot of Chinese come to here as well. They're applying for the licenses, and they're doing exactly the same thing as Europeans and Russians are doing. And so I see Dubai and the UAE actually is leading on that front globally, and it's not just a hobby anymore. It's more like generating core values, and on the first of all the technology front, the marketing front, and compliance front, and all of that. So that said, I would think there's a lot of opportunities for growth and for demand, and at the same time, I would say this is a very good time to jump into crypto right now. So I wouldn't say it's a winter. If you say winter, actually, it compares. There's gotta be a benchmark to compare with. If you compare it to the all-time high, maybe it's a winter. It's just down, but you don't know it's going to sink lower or it go back up. So I wouldn't call it a winter. I think it's very good time to jump right now, because we can see a lot of growth here.
Okay. Well, I think you touched on all the great points, about Dubai and UAE, being a perfect place for setting up your startup right now, and definitely about crypto. So going back to what you said, jumping in crypto, I guess what advice would you give to a company or a person who just want to try out the crypto market right now? Like, what's the best avenue to enter into it?
Well, that's very good questions, and I think if I answer that, and you have to give me $1 million. But
Well, every time you answer that, no, every time you get $1, you become a millionaire very fast,
Yeah.
right?
so, well, I would say if you want to start anything, there's different sectors within the crypto space. First one, you want to differentiate yourselves. If you just do copycat, that's easy to do.
Of course.
But if you want to go big, you need to differentiate yourself on the technology front. You have a unique technology. Doesn't matter it's advanced or not, or just simple idea, and that'll give you edge, a niche to accomplish what you're trying to shoot for, and then you have to basically have a marketing strategy in place and deployed, and those actually doesn't cost very much of money at the beginning, and then once you got this basic idea or MVP going, then you can raise money, or you can just launch it yourself, and especially decentralized exchange and all that, if you know coding, and partner with a few marketing gurus and or savvy marketing people, and you can get set it up, and that's one way to go about it.
Okay, that's definitely a good advice. And I guess touching based on marketing aspect, I mean, you giving with your experience being in the blockchain arena overall, like what are the best ways to market your product these days?
Well, do you have the money?
Exactly. I said definitely a budget. Well, let's say you're a new startup and you have limited budget and you've been bootstrapping up to this point, right? And you decided, okay, you need to put a blockchain spin on your product, and you want to introduce a new token to your product, for example. You want to tokenize it. How would you go about that?
Okay. One thing I think is that if you just purely doing crypto projects, okay, nothing bundled with the real world businesses or anything like that, and I couldn't stress enough, you need a differentiator, that is technology, okay, and it doesn't matter how hard or how advanced the technology is. Once you got that differentiator, and you hire a coder or you do it yourself, and then you promote within the community, and so once you have initial funding, you can do it yourself. You can spend your time, your efforts, and blood and souls into this project, and then you spend $5,000 to $10,000 community building, and then you launch a decentralized space, and so the most cost, the amount of cost it's around $50K or less. Okay, US dollars. I'm talking about US dollars here, and so really it doesn't take that much. It's about you have planned out exactly what you want to do, and so basically the most important thing is your brain. Your brain sets you the milestones, the strategy, and then you go from there and execute it. And so you invest your own time, which is priceless. It's invaluable, and that's why you can say I invest my time worth like $1 million, but it doesn't cost $1 million to spend it. But still within the $50,000 you can get a project going and decentralized.
Okay, I mean that's all valuable points for sure, and it's a good thing that you mentioned about community, because we know, like, especially nowadays, any NFT project, any crypto project cannot survive without community. So I guess, giving your experience, what are the tricks and tips can you give to our viewers in terms of building a community? Like let's say top 3 ways of building your community and scaling fast.
Well, community, you need help with the community experts. They help you to putting the organic users into the community at the same time, and they trying to make sure at this point your technology is pretty much ready. You have MVP, so you can do something like a promotion about your project. You cannot just you don't have any product and you start promoting, and it's become a bubble project or scam project. So you need to have something going, and so otherwise, within 3 months, if they don't see anything happening within the community, they don't see the product, then they will be bitching about it. That's not good. Okay, so you need to get the MVP going, then you start building the community, and of course you can do it in parallel. And as long as you foresee your project, your MVP, it will be launched very soon. Okay, you don't want to keep a community waiting too long, and they will basically become, they will become complaining. Okay, so that said, and so first thing, you need to get your technology up and running, and then you need to get marketing people involved. Okay, and the community build up, and the third is you want to make sure the members are deeply involved in your project, and talk about your project. So that's organic users, and once you got these three things going, then you are pretty much halfway there.
Okay, that's definitely great advice. And I guess the important question here is, like, once you have the MVP, once you build out your project, how do you go on the next step? Like, how do you scale further, even in terms of, because you need to raise consecutive rounds of financing, and you'll probably try to enter new markets. Like, so how do you go about finding investors for crypto projects, specifically nowadays, when, especially after what happened to Silicon Valley Bank and what happened to the FTX project? Everybody's kind of like taking a step back. They're looking at all this project with a microscope, so it's kind of hard to find new money. So how do you go about finding investors for the crypto project these days?
Well, I would say it's always very hard to find money, the funds, and of course there are a few exceptions, and people are lucky and savvy enough to locate the money very easily. Mm-hmm. But I would say large majority percentage people, and they don't find money that quickly. And so with a crypto project, you can find a $250,000 or $500,000, mm-hmm. and it's not hard. That's why I said, if you just copycat, it's I don't think you need to pursue that route. Okay. And but if you have a technology differentiator, and the VCs or whatever, the investors will look into this, they will like it, and I don't think it's a no-brainer they will invest in you. Maybe $50K, maybe $250,000, or maybe $500,000. You know what I mean? So it's up to the technology and the community. And the first technology followed by the community. And once you got that going, I don't think it's a big problem.
Okay, I see. So pretty much like you mentioned, first you have to build your MVP, then start building on your community, bootstrapping to that point, mm-hmm. and make sure you have a sustainable competitive advantage, so you don't copycat other projects, so your project is unique. That's something to offer to the actual real world. So there's a utility for your project, right?
Yes,
and
exactly.
And then once you show that, I guess you show some traction, you get to a certain ARR of, let's say, over 100K, and then you can definitely go out there in the world and raise money easily.
At that point, you don't even need to raise the money anymore.
Yeah. You probably can
it's self-sustaining.
The cash flow you're making.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Jay, thanks so much for that conversation. It was very valuable lessons. I hope to see you, back on our podcast, and definitely, thank you for being mentor in our Founders Club, and we're definitely looking forward to seeing you at our webinar.
Yeah, you're very welcome.
Thank you. Good seeing you. Thanks.